Hello dear students. This is Mrs. Pavitra Ashok. I welcome you all to English grammar class. In the previous session, we had understood about verb. Verb is just a word that shows an action or a state. State means a situation. We also discussed main verb and helping verb. The verb which is independent in the sentence and carries out the meaning on its own is called the main verb. The verb which helps out the main verb in the sentence and makes its meaning clearer is called the helping verb. It is also known as an auxiliary verb. Students, in this session, we'll understand about the first type of helping or auxiliary verb, that is, be verbs. As I have already told you, helping verb helps the main verb in a sentence. Helping verbs or auxiliary verbs are of two types: primary auxiliaries and modal auxiliaries. Primary auxiliaries. Primary auxiliaries are verb helpers because they help the main verbs. Primary auxiliaries can actually function as the main verbs. You will understand the meaning of these sentences in the end of this session. Let's see the three types of primary auxiliary verbs. They are be verbs, that is, am, is, are, was, were. Do verbs, that is, do, does, did. Have verbs, that is, have, has, had. Students, in this session we'll understand about be verbs. Be verbs are am, is, are, was, were. Now please listen carefully, students. If subject is I, we use be verb am in present tense and was in past tense. If subject is he, she, it or singular subject is when the noun refers to one item. We use is in present tense, was in past tense. If subject is you, we, they and plural subject is when the noun refers to more than one item. We use are in present tense, were in past tense. Now please look at these examples. You will understand. First we'll know about be verb am. Look at these examples. I am playing piano. I am 12 years old. In the first sentence, am is helping verb which helps the main verb playing. In the second sentence, I am 12 years old. Here, am itself functions as the main verb. Students, did you understand? The difference is, in the first sentence, am is helping the main verb playing, whereas in the second sentence, am itself functions as a main verb. Now look at this. We'll see be verb is. The boy is walking. The boy is good. In the first sentence, is helping the main verb walking. In the second sentence, the boy is good. Here, is itself functions as the main verb of a sentence. Now, be verb are. The students are studying. There are 20 students in the class. In the first sentence, are studying. Are is helping the main verb studying. In the second sentence, there are 20 students in the class. Here, are itself functions as the main verb. Next one, be verb was. Ria was watching TV when I went to see her. There was an old man in a village. In the first sentence, was is helping the main verb watching, whereas in the second sentence, there was an old man in a village. Here, was itself functions as the main verb of a sentence. Now be verb were. The boys were arguing over something yesterday. They were in the playground for match practice. In the first sentence, were is helping the main verb arguing. in the second sentence, they were in the playground for match practice. Here, were itself functions as the main verb of a sentence. Students, now definitely you will understand the meaning of these sentences. Primary auxiliaries. Primary auxiliaries are verb helpers because they help the main verbs. Primary auxiliaries can actually function as the main verbs. I hope you all have understood helping verb or auxiliary verb be verbs. And I know you all are ready for the exercise. Fill in the blanks with be verbs. Be verbs are am, is, are, was and were. Please pause the video and then write down your answers. I think you have done. Now please check your answers. I was in Delhi last week. Our country is India. The girls are in the garden now. I'm John. I live in Mumbai. When I went to see them, they were working in the field. Maya dash very weak after a fever. Here you can use either is or was. If you say Maya is very weak after a fever, which means Maya is still weak. If you say Maya was very weak after a fever, which means Maya was weak, but now she is alright. Next one. The earth is a planet revolving round the sun. You can't use was here because the earth is a planet revolving round the sun is a universal truth. Next one. Anu and Sonu are moving to Lucknow. I hope you all have written it correctly. Well done, students. Dear students, now I am going to end up this session. Bye for now. Thank you. Have a nice day.